What is going on, bro? Welcome to the video. Now, as y'all know, a couple weeks ago we went and test drove the Tesla Model Y. It's the first time that either of us has driven an electric car. And like, dude, we were blown away. You get in that thing and you just skirt. It's like instant torque off the line. It's completely silent. There's all these crazy technological features.
And I didn't think I was gonna like Tesla at first, but once I got in it, I was like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah, we're Tesla people now, even though we don't have a Tesla. The one thing we didn't love was that the inside is like super minimalistic. It almost feels like a spaceship. There's just an iPad mounted in the middle. So today we're gonna go take a look at a couple other options. The Tesla Model X and the Audi E-Tron SUV. Both are a little bit more expensive, but we're gonna test drive both. Let's get started. So keep in mind, I've always thought that like Audis are by far the best cars in terms of how they look and how they drive. Right now I have a 2017 A4 Premium Plus. The only car I owned before this was a 2011 Honda Civic Coupe. And like obviously this is way better. The exterior is better, the interior is better, the performance is better. And that's why, even though we're about to test drive the Model X, and I think ultimately we're gonna go with Tesla, like I have to give the Audi E-Tron a chance. Alright, so this is the Tesla Model X performance version. It is a beast. It goes for around $100,000. This blue color right here, I'm not that big of a fan of, but obviously we're just test driving today. And like first impressions versus the Model Y, it has more aggressive lines. It looks more beastly. Like for example, I like how it has the front air intake or the grille. I know electric cars don't technically need it, but I just like the look of that better. Even the front headlights are a little bit bigger than the Model Y. And again, for me, this is more of a beast than the Model Y. So the Performance Model X and the Performance Model Y, they both have the red brake calipers, which I think is super dope. However, I'm not a fan of the stock like chrome wheels. If I get a Tesla, regardless which version, 100% I'm gonna pay for the black rim upgrades, because I think like that's what makes it the Beastmobile, if you know what I'm saying. And I think one other difference is that this has the big spoiler on the back. The Y doesn't have it. The Performance Y has like a small little spoiler. This one's a lot beastlier. And obviously when you're looking at the car, the X is just bigger than the Y. Personally, I don't really care too much about that though.
I love it. I love how big it is, how there's a lot of junk in the trunk, you know what I'm saying?
Junk in the trunk. Why do girls like driving big cars? Like when you see G-Wagons, like it's always a girl driving it. Why?
I just like the feeling of being in a bigger car than like something small.
It's like a compensation thing.
My favorite part of the X is probably that you can touch this and the door opens, but my absolute favorite part, check this out. Ready? Wha-bam!
It's like, why didn't they put the Falcon doors on the Model Y? Then we could save so much money and still get the it's so cool, man. Alright, so when we get inside this whip, like the first thing you definitely notice is like this massive, you guys see how far back the windshield goes? You can basically be bird watching or something. It's probably not safe, but if I was flying the drone, I could see a lot better angles how I shoot in the car. But when you look at the actual display, like I like this more than the Model Y. You don't have the like awkward tablet in the middle. This screen is flush with the car. It has the traditional heads-up display here. You can say that's a more like traditional luxury feel, but for me that's a positive. Also, if you come in close on this one has like the carbon fiber finish on the inside. I believe that's only available with the performance models, which kind of sucks because I'm just not that big of a fan of the Tesla wood grain. Like I love the wood grain in our Audi. The Tesla wood grain, I just don't love it. Now obviously when you look at the main console here, you have everything from like navigation to I think you have music that you can play down here. But one really cool thing is you can literally like open the Falcon doors from the back and like see them open while it's happening, and you can also close them back. And at the end of the day, I think like that's what you get in a Tesla that you're not going to get in an Audi, is all these like really fine-tuned technical features. I can even touch the brake, the car door closes. Now we can actually take this thing for a drive. It's a lot of fun to drive, man. I mean, it's similar with the Tesla Y, right? They're both very fun to drive. They both have that instant torque, that instant pickup. I'd say the main difference is this feels bigger. So you can see I can still, like, if I'm trying to switch lanes, I can really quickly accelerate and get in front of cars like with the Y. But the Y is smaller, so it feels a little sportier. This feels a little bit more like an SUV. It's not that massive, you know, boat feel like when we test drove the Audi Q8. It's still very easy to handle. You don't feel like you're about to run into a curb or something. But I'm a fan. So one thing that's really cool, when you look at the heads-up display, it'll actually show you like a 3D overhead view of all the cars that are around you. Like it shows a car next to me because there's a car next to me. And obviously if you're trying to like switch lanes, that's super helpful. All right, this Performance Model X is equipped with the Ludicrous Plus mode, which is like a launch mode. That's what gets you 2.6 seconds, 0 to 60. Me and Julie have been inside of a Model X that did it before. And I think our brains shook and we might have had concussions.
I like whipped backwards. I refuse to be in it.
We're doing it again.
No, I'm out. Bethany, you sure you want to be in it?
So Bethany's actually here with us. By the way, how are the back seats?
Hey guys, very comfy. I approve of this car so much.
And are you down for a launch?
I'm nervous, but I'm gonna do it. I can't not do it. So yes.
All right, so first things first, we go into driving. We got to choose Ludicrous Plus. No, I want my mommy. Yes, bring it on. And then I believe you also have to go into suspension and set it onto the lowest suspension. And what's really cool is the car actually lowers while you're inside of it when you change the suspension. Another super cool feature. All right, so I believe the technique is I'm gonna hold my head against the back of the seat to start so I don't get like rattled into the back of it and having my head shake. You might want to do the same thing.
I'm nervous, I'm gonna get whiplash. All
right.
right.
I have the brake pushed down. You hold down the brake and the gas at the same time. Launch mode enabled. 3, 2.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
80 miles an hour.
What the
That is insane, bro. That is insane.
I am not okay. My heart stopped beating for a second. I am not okay.
Honestly, man, I would compare that feeling to the same feeling like you get after skydiving. It just puts you on an emotional high. And then you come walking around and you see Christmas decorations everywhere, even though it's not even Thanksgiving yet, and then your emotional high crashes.
Are you kidding?
Is it just me? No, I know. I'm not the Grinch, but I feel like there should be a rule where like 10 to 15 days before Christmas, now you're allowed to put out Christmas decorations.
I would say that's the definition of the Grinch.
Yeah, and I would also say that as soon as Halloween is over, it is the appropriate time to celebrate Christmas.
Actually, I don't care that strongly about it. Yo, what is under the tree right there, bro? Is a present that's already open? Your balls will thank. Oh man, it's Manscaped. This is actually very convenient. I hope this present's for me, because now that my videos are in 4K, I gotta make sure I don't have any nose hairs, because I'm gonna gross everyone out. And Manscaped has their weed whacker to clean those up. Perfect. That's why I decided to partner with Manscaped to be the sponsor of today's video. So if you're not familiar, Manscaped has 2 key tools that I think every guy should have. I use these all the time. First one's the Lawnmower 3.0, and this is basically a body trimmer. And as you can see, it gets really close on your abs. I use it on my abs, my chest, and down on my balls because it brings out muscle definition. And girls like it when you stay clean down there. It's got skin-safe technology so that, you know, it gets a close trim, but it never leaves any nicks or ingrown hairs. And then obviously it has the weed whacker for nose hairs and ears hairs, which are disgusting hairs that you don't want. Same skin-safe technology, so it's gonna take care of the hairs and it's not gonna hurt you. And because Manscaped is sponsoring today's video, they've hooked us up with a coupon code you can use to get 20% off plus free shipping. You can use that on the weed whacker, the lawnmower, or if you wanna go all out, you can get their performance package that comes with a bunch of extras like their boxer briefs. And if you already have Manscaped, you know how good it is. It makes a great holiday gift for your dad, your brother, or that someone special. You know what I'm talking about. Go ahead, click the first link in the description, take your Manscaping game to the next level. So we're at Chipotle for a little halftime meal before we hit up Audi, and your boy got a bowl with sofritas because sofritas are vegan, and I'm eating vegan now. And I know coming from me that sounds ludicrous, maybe even Ludicrous Plus, but if you stay tuned for the next video, you'll find out what's going on. All right, so obviously we prefer the Model X to the Model Y, but you have to keep in mind that these cars don't cost the same. It's not like, oh, it's 20 bucks for whatever car you want. If we got the Model Y, we'd probably pay the extra $10,000 to get the performance model, so that's about $60,000. If we got the Model X, the long range is $85,000 once you add in the upgraded tires, and if you do the performance, that's up to $100,000. So it's a pretty big price difference, and it's like, is it worth the extra price?
For me, I love the Falcon doors on the X and how much bigger it is.
It's a little bigger, but really the Y's big enough for like us to have the dogs in there, or throw an e-bike in there. But yeah, I love the Falcon doors. I think the exterior looks better. I think the interior looks better. But is that worth $25,000 to $40,000 more? I don't know. But before we decide, let's go take a look at the Audi. All right, we are out here. We out here with the 2021 Audi E-Tron Quattro SUV. Shout out to my man Tanner at Audi North Austin for hooking it up. Super cool dude. He's letting us keep the car out a little longer so we can get some dope content. This is the Prestige version, so this is like the top of the line trim, all maxed out. Just under $83,000 sticker price. Keep in mind, with a Tesla, like the price is what you pay, but with this, it's an Audi, so you know you can negotiate a little. You still get that $7,500 like electric car tax break, so it might end up being like $70K. That being said, if we take a look at the car, it's dope. Like, it looks like an Audi. I love Audis, so that's a good thing. A few things that stand out. These wheels right here are super unique looking. I am a massive fan of these. If we look at the front of the car, like, it has the classic Audi headlights and grille. Again, I'm a fan. That being said, it's like, it's a pro and a con because it looks like an Audi. I love it, but the Tesla is just, it's so unique looking and so different, and I kind of like that too. Now, if we take a look at the back, I actually like this more than the front because it has that signature like Audi taillight that goes all the way across, kind of like the Q8. What do you think?
I really like the back of this. I think it looks really amazing, and also I was surprised how much room is actually in the trunk. Like, if you take a look at that, that's a lot of space, and the seats fold down.
Is this your tennis racket?
It comes with the car.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is bigger than the Model X or not, but the Teslas always have like a sub-trunk under the trunk that this doesn't have. So they probably have a little more storage.
Hush, I feel your touch against my lips. Brush, I feel the moment as it slips. Oh, with this sound, it'll be
So I don't really love the interface, how it looks. If you guys take a look, you can see there's a screen here, and there's a screen here, and there's another one up here. And I don't know, I just don't like the look of it as much as I like the Tesla, where it's like kind of one big sleek look. But what I do love about this is there is actually seats that have massage chairs. Like, come on, you can't beat that.
So the guy at the dealership told us the stretch massage was the best. So I'm gonna let it get started on there. I will say these have cooled seats also. I think if you click here, it goes to a cooled seat, which in Texas, yeah, right here, you can either do heated seat or cooled seat. And in Texas, obviously that's clutch. The massage, I have it on the top intensity, is a little weak. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, the massage chairs you sit in at the mall do a better job than this. I am a big fan of the black wood grain that you get in the Audi. Like I said, in Tesla, you don't get black. It looks like an old man's wooden mahogany. This is way doper. But to Julia's point, the inside of the car, it's good, but it kind of feels like our A4, like slightly upgraded. The Teslas, both of them, honestly, they just have a different feel on the inside. I like that. That being said, let's take her out for a little whip, see what she can do.
just let the music take control.
It feels good, man. It's like a sporty SUV, you know? I'd say similar size to the Model X, bigger than the Model Y, but I feel like I'm a little bit higher up driving position. I don't know if it is any higher up or not. Let's see if we try and... Yeah, it still has that electric torque just like at your ankle, at your toe tips. I'm a big fan of that. So one thing where I definitely like the Tesla better, the X and the Y, you don't have like the super high windshield that the X has. And then if you look up at the The sunroof, it's a pretty standard sunroof. Like on the Y, you get the full sunroof that spans the full length of the car. Again, I like this car. I like it a lot. It just doesn't feel that much different to our A4, where the Tesla feels like it's just like a completely different beast. All right, so this does not have launch mode per se, but I know you can put it into, make sure that the suspension, the drive, and the steering, everything's on sport. And then when you hold your foot and gas at the same time, this starts to like pulse, and that means that we are in launch mode now. Now this one's only 0 to 65.5 seconds, nothing too crazy. You probably don't need to put your heads against the headrest. 3, 2.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's still pretty good, man. It still puts your head against the back of the seat.
It does,
50, 60, 70, 80.
Woo!
Wow.
It's not bad.
Yeah, the shock
It's
value.
not Model X. My Model X. It's getting dark out. Heading back to the dealership now, and something that I noticed is that this has these sleek LED lines all throughout. Apparently, you can actually customize the color, and like it adds a lot to it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I big fan of these. Big fan. So Tanner just showed us the sport line version of the car. Check this out. Does a little light show for you, but honestly, this body style, I'm not sure how well y'all can see it. It's way sleeker and sportier than the one we drove. It actually has the same amount of storage, so I'm gonna say we made a mistake, and that if I was to get an Audi E-Tron, the sport line is definitely doper. Skinny Girl Pinot Grigio. Very interesting choice, Julia. Cheers.
Cheers.
Try not to get too lit this time, all right? So now that we've test driven the X, the Y, and the Audi E-Tron, where's your head at?
They were all very fun to test drive, but I have to go with the Model X. I just absolutely love it, and I love Tesla.
So the way I see it is, when I get in the Audi, like there's more attention to detail. They've been making cars longer. I'm obsessed with Audi. But if I'm gonna get an electric car, like you have to go with Tesla. They have longer range, they're faster, they're constantly releasing over-the-air updates, so even after you buy the car, like they're still getting better. The question is, do we ball out and get the X, or do we save some money and get the Y, which is still super fun to drive? It has amazing speed, and it has a lot of range on the battery. It just doesn't have some of those luxury features that we like. So, what do you guys think? Charlie, drop a comment right now below this video. Do you think we should ball out on the X? Do you think we should go with the Y? Or do you think we're making a mistake counting Audi out? Do you think we should reconsider the E-Tron Sportback? I'm curious to hear what you guys think. If you're still watching, I appreciate you so much. Give the video a thumbs up. Maybe have a little glass of wine in your hand while you do it. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, click subscribe, and turn notifications on, because I drop 2 new videos every single week, and you don't want to miss them. I will talk to all of y'all in the next video. Stay beastly.